All right, everyone. Welcome to the Victory Post podcast. And today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Monica, and I've been to several shows with Monica. We've been like trophy presentations. So we've been presenting trophies for NANBF, John and Becky show, and Kate Hunter show. So um, I I kind of know her through that process. So Monica, I want to thank you very much for coming to my podcast.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yep. So, Monica, for the people that don't know you, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, I am a girl mom, a mom of two. I have two girls, and I have a strong passion for health and fitness. My professional life, I am in the IT, information technology, and I'm an EDI specialist. I've lived in St. Louis for about 25 years, and I think it's an excellent place to raise a family.
Nice, nice. Thanks for the short introduction, Monica.
Mhm.
Um, so let's dive into this. So, Monica, how many bodybuilding shows have you participated in?
I have participated in over 20 bodybuilding shows throughout the area, and I love each one of those. I've met quite a few friends. I think it's a nice place to build bond and make friends. And as a matter of fact, I met you
Yep.
doing the bodybuilding. So I have met, like I said, quite a few friends along the way.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet. Um, so So you have it seems like you have a very pretty decent family. Either two right, two kids, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Hmm.
So how is your family in how is your family life during in season?
Mhm. My family life in season, it doesn't. It's pretty close to what I do. What we do is we all eat healthy, and my portion sizes might be larger. I'm sorry, maybe smaller. Whereas there's maybe instead of having 4 ounces, they might have 6 ounces of protein. We do go to restaurants, and when we go to a restaurant, I've been blessed where I can take my food or take the protein and order a salad or some vegetables while in the restaurant. And normally the restaurant doesn't have a problem with me bringing in my food. And that way I can still enjoy the family life of eating out with my family,
All right.
and still staying on prep, being prep for the upcoming shows.
Yeah, yeah, nice, nice. There's good information.
Mhm.
There are so many people that find it. I'm sure when you started bodybuilding, you found it a little bit weird to take your food to restaurants, right?
Yes, they did, and it was like when they first started, and the food that we were eating, and I was eating one thing, and they were eating something different. But then, as time went by, they started wanting to eat what I was eating. So it kind of like played in where they became healthy, but not realizing that they were on the same journey that I was when it comes to their food and their health. So it played off really well.
Really well. Okay.
So I don't
Nice.
have a lot of issues where someone is saying, "Oh, I want to eat this" or "I want to eat that," and we kind of limited our eating out because before bodybuilding, I would probably eat 3 meals at least out a week, and now it's at a point where we probably maybe twice a month. So, and that's during seasoning, but off season we might eat out once a week,
Okay.
but still they kind of follow what I'm doing.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Hmm.
It's good. It's good. It's good to see that, you know. So in terms of training, so how was your training life? You know, as how is your training life affected your relationship right now?
Well, early on, I would say it probably affected it, but within the last 5 years, um, they're on board with what I do. I get up every morning and I do cardio for like 30 minutes. So I'm doing cardio while they might still be in bed or they're prepping for the day. And then in the evening time, I work out, and depends on what I'm doing or what body parts I'm working on. Then they might work out with me for 30 minutes or an hour or so. But the other thing is, Kweku, I'm really blessed from the point that I do have a small home gym. So
Nice.
I'm able to do a lot of working out at home and then still be, in the same environment with my family. So investing in a home gym was probably one of the smartest things that I could have done.
All right.
And I
Nice.
enjoy it. And I'm in my home gym at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Nice, nice. So I'm guessing your kids just or your children just sometimes jump in there to work out with you, right? Just learning from what you do, right? Sometimes.
Uh, yes, they do, but they're out of the house now. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
more like my husband and I. And
okay,
so he's um, follow my program, and what that's abundant time that we do. In the evening time, we might go for a walk, maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes walk. So we work in our exercises, into our schedule.
okay.
And it's a positive. It's turned out to be a positive thing in my life,
Okay.
really.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
So we all know that bodybuilding, self-image in
Mhm.
bodybuilding is very big, right? It's huge. So
Mhm.
I want us to talk a little bit about that. Can you tell me that how becoming a bodybuilder affected your self-image? How
Mhm.
has it affected your self-image?
Uh, It can affect your self image if you get in it for the wrong reason. Um, if a person gets into bodybuilding and they get in it because of the external reasons where they trying to get self gratification or they unhappy with themselves, and I've come across ladies where they might say, "Oh, I'm going to do a bodybuilding show," and they think it might they might already have existing issues, and they think it might solve the issues that they have, but they don't realize that they need to fix the internal issues before they can affect the external issues in their body. So once they realize that, you know, you can have all these goals in mind and say, "Oh, I want to do this, and if I want this will make my life better." Then they realize that, okay, it was for the wrong reason. But for me, uh, it hasn't really impacted me because I got in it for the right reason. Everything has been positive. So, but it can have a negative effect on your life if you get in it for the wrong reason. So we must make sure that we're complete and what goal we have in mind and why are we doing this? Am I doing it for myself or am I doing it for someone else?
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good response. Thank you for that. Um, so as we move on, there everyone has a reason why they became a bodybuilder, right? So we look up to people, and that's the reason why. For me personally, although I knew about the greats like Arnold and um, Ronnie Coleman and all that stuff, my passion to go into bodybuilding was because of my senior brother. Okay, so can you tell me why did you go into bodybuilding, and and
Okay.
and who is your favorite bodybuilder?
Mhm. uh, my favorite bodybuilder is Dana Lynn Bailey.
Okay.
She was a figure, physique model, and I really admired her and followed her. But now, my main bodybuilder that I like is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that's probably why I like to do the Arnold press.
Okay.
But I did get into bodybuilding. My niece, who was working out at Powerhouse at the time, and I think Keith Hunter had posters throughout the gym, and she was a trainer at the Powerhouse gym, and she asked me to go to a show with her, and she said, maybe we went to the show, and she asked me if I would be willing to do interested in doing a show with her, that we do a show together. And so I bought into it, and I was all ready to do it. And and that is at the gym where I had met my nutritionist and my trainer, Debbie Morris. And so we started working out with her. I started working out when training with her. And then after my niece saw my program and what I was doing for prep, she had second thoughts and she said, "No, I can't do it." And so at that point, I had been into it for about 12, probably for about a month. And I said I might as well stay into it. And I just continued and I love it. And I'm glad I didn't,
Look back.
give up on it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the bodybuilding world is not very easy, you know. It takes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put in a lot to gain something, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And whenever you make up your mind that you want to be a bodybuilder or you want to work on your health and fitness, you have to know that, yeah, you are going to give in a lot. You are going to give in a lot. And I'm glad that you didn't look back. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now overall, we've kind of talked a little bit about you and your family life and all that stuff. Now we want to move into more into NANBF. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you got into the NANBF Federation.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got into the NANBF because I asked my niece, why did you choose this organization? And she said that she had heard a lot about that organization, and that was the one that she was leaning toward. And I followed her advice, and I'm glad I did make that decision, and I
Okay,
don't regret it.
you don't regret it. Okay, and why don't you regret it? What in NANBF
Uh,
makes you continue to compete in NANBF and continue to
mhm,
volunteer with the NANBF?
mhm,
What attracted?
mhm. Well, I like that it's a drug free. Uh, and it's drug free, and you don't really have a lot of issues.
Okay.
And I like the way the organization is run. And I've met quite a few other promoters and the judges, and I have so much respect for for the judges and the promoters,
Okay.
and I would recommend it to anyone.
All right. Nice. Nice. Thanks for sharing that. Um, so you are an IPE Pro, right? If I recall,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So what did earning your IPE Pro card really meant to you?
Hmm. Well, earning my IPE Pro card, I felt proud. It was something that I had put a lot of hard work into. I've worked out. I gave up, a lot of my social time for that. And when they called my name as being the IPE Pro winner, I was excited because, I felt like that I had put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah.
And I felt proud and I gained, respect, because there's so much respect out there for that organization.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say I'm an IPE Pro.
Nice, nice. So right now you're talking about putting in a lot of work, in order to become an IPE Pro. How
Hmm.
many, if you can recall, how many shows did you do, um, to become an IPE Pro?
Well, to become an IPE show, I became an IPE Pro on my third show.
Oh, your third show. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I did three shows. I started in 2012 in, I did Keith Hunter's show in June. And then I did Becky's show, Becky and John's show. I think it was in September. I think it's the Gateway Classic. And then I got my pro card the following year at Becky's and Arnold's Gateway Classic. So I did the first show in June of 2012, and I got my pro card in 2013. So I got it after the third show, if my memory serves me.
Okay. All right. Nice. So, which means you did fight a lot. You did fight a lot to gain your IPE Pro card, and that's good. Because then
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of experience. That hey, this is what it takes to become a pro. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you did your first show and you got your pro card. So you did fight a lot. So yeah,
Yes.
good,
And
good
I
stuff.
have a good trainer and a good nutritionist, and all of that plays well.
Yep.
And I owe so much, you know, to my trainer and to my nutritionist because without them, I probably would have been struggling trying to find myself.
Yeah. Yep.
And by working with someone that had went through the process and knew what was involved and knew what was involved to produce pros, then it worked out well for me.
Nice. Nice. So with this podcast, I always wanna, um, you know, shout out to your trainers, your nutrition coach, and all that stuff. So can you tell us just briefly about your coach, both your nutrition coach and your training coach? Just give them a little bit
Uh,
shout out. Yeah.
yeah, my coach is Debbie Morris,
Okay.
and she's my trainer and she's my nutritionist. And I've been working with her when I first started since 2012. And I train with her, uh, weekly. And she still gives me the 100% that she gave me when I first started from 2012. And she knows the body, and you know she's real off into wellness, and she does a great job.
Okay. Nice, nice. And recently, I saw that you posted a picture of you at the gym with your gym colleagues. What gym is that, and
Oh,
why do you think? Just give a little bit about that gym, so
mhm.
people that it's around that area could also say, you know what, let me go try that gym out.
Yes, I work out at Integrity
Okay,
Training
okay,
in Wing Haven, Missouri, and it's a group of us. We've been working out together, training, probably the last, you know, 5, 6 years. And we get together every Saturday morning
okay.
and we train. The camaraderie is there. There's a lot of positive energy. We feed off of each other, and everyone is looking to better each other. There's no egos. We trust each other. We laugh. We understand. So I don't consider them gym buddies. Those are my gym families.
Families, okay.
And we've been together so long where one person can look at the other person and say, "Oh, okay, are you down today? What's going on?" And we cheer and we lift each other up. So, like I said, we get together, we see each other. At least I see them twice a week working out,
Okay.
and each time it's a place where we unwind. You know, we all have that same passion, that drive for working out and for being healthy. And it's like, it's so much positive energy there. It's, you go there, and if you go there, you can have issues on your mind, but when you leave out, you're happy. And I call Integrity Gym my happy place.
All right. Nice, nice. Yep. I've been there like once or twice for the
Hmm.
posing seminars, and I know it's a very nice gym, and the athletes that goes over there are always happy, to be there to train,
Hmm.
and everyone kind of have very good relationship going. So yeah, so it's a great gym. So for anyone listening, if you are around that area, just go take a look at it. Get a pass, a day pass or so if they do it, and check it out. Check it out. It's a great gym. You'll love it. Okay.
And they have excellent trainers there. I've worked with all the trainers there, and I speak highly for each and every one of the trainers. So you can't go wrong. They have a great nutritionist coach. They have packages. So you can work. They have group classes. You go there, and you pick what's good for you. What works for you might not work for me.
Yeah.
But the trainer and the owners, they are willing to work with you and come up with a plan specifically for your needs. So I, highly recommend that place.
Okay.
As I call it, my happy place.
Yep. 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 And again, can you say where it's located again?
It's Integrity Training System, and it's in O'Fallon, Missouri, off of Wing Haven.
Okay. All right. All right. Thanks for sharing that.
Hmm.
So yeah, let's move on then. So I know a lot of people talk about hormonal changes and bodybuilding, and
Hmm.
specifically to ladies. So let's
Hmm.
talk a little bit about that. Can you talk just a little bit about what your body goes through in terms of hormonal changes when you are competing and when you are off season?
Hmm. Well, when I'm competing and get close to show date, I have dropped a lot of fat from that perspective. And during that time, I'm always cold because I have less fat on my body. Uh, I feel tired, drained, uh, low energy. And as the time goes, I find out that okay, maybe 2 months ago, I was able to lift a certain amount of weight, but now as I get close to that show date, I might can only lift maybe 80% of the amount of weight that I was lifting at that time. And I do talk to my trainer, and she's really up into functional medicine as well. And she might recommend, well, have you taken this? Or might recommend some supplement or something to take to help with that issue that I might be experiencing.
Okay, so that's good information. What about when you are off season?
Uh, when I'm off season, uh, I find out that I can, my weight and everything, it fluctuate because I'm off. You can't maintain the same weight that you did off season as you do when you're seasoning, when you're getting ready for a show. And I do find that at that point, I am able to lift more weights. Um, I can do more. I can, you know, run. I have more energy. I'm not feeling, drained. And, I find myself, you know, uh, I was told that when doing seasoning that I'm hangry, which is hungry and angry all the time. But I find myself, off season because I'm eating. I have to make sure I don't eat too much
Hmm.
because I am a chocolate aholic. But I limited myself to it during special occasions.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Hopefully, everyone watching especially the ladies who have issues with their hormonal changes,
Mm-hmm.
whenever they try to compete and all that stuff, could learn
Mm-hmm.
one a thing or two. So thanks
Mm-hmm.
very much for sharing that. So we're coming to a close of this podcast, and before I let you go though, can you give like top three of tips or advice to
Mm-hmm.
people out there of how to stay healthy and fit in their
Mm-hmm.
lives? Their lives, yeah.
Uh, yeah, the number one thing that a person must do is meal prep. As you know, meal prep, if you trying to compete for a show, meal prep is very important because what happens if you don't meal prep and you leave the gym and you coming home and you think, oh, what can I eat? And sometimes you might make bad choices that you normally wouldn't make. So I say meal prep is very important. The other thing is listen to your coach, listen to your trainer. You know, um, when you're doing a show, symmetry is very important. Uh, work on your symmetry. As far as you might have condition. Condition is important because when you're on that stage, it depends upon your classes. You have no idea how many will be in your class. And depending upon your class size, uh, you might be holding a pose for a couple of minutes, and you need to be in shape for that. And the other thing is posing. Posing is very important. Sometimes we don't put enough time into posing and we think, oh, that's something I can nail. But what we don't realize is the person next to you might not have the symmetry that you have, but they might win when they're posing. So all of that is very important. And just sticking to your meal plan. And I know sometimes we say go to restaurant or we went friends and we say, oh, I can just have that little bite. That little bite won't hurt, but that little bite can really throw you off. So sticking to your meal plan and meal prep is very important.
Nice, nice. These are some great three tips for if you want to be a bodybuilder, and also in life, in general, in life, you have to stick to what you think is gonna make you grow. So thanks, Monica, for sharing that. Um,
Mhm.
so for everyone watching, I want to thank you very much for watching this podcast. And Monica, thanks again for taking time off your busy schedule to be here. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
So yeah, so this is the end of the podcast, and next week we're gonna see you again with one of our NANBF athletes talking about her life journey and how she became um, an NANBF promoter as well. So stay tuned for that. Everyone, thank you all for watching, and see you next week.
Thank you.